When people ask me what my favorite hobby is, I don't know how to explain to them that it is quite literally leaving my house and spending money.
If you have ever told someone that shopping is your hobby, or you've scrolled through looking for a whole new aesthetic to define yourself late one night, I feel you, and honestly, I have been there. Why are so many women conditioned to believe that shopping is a hobby? Let's discuss why this consumerist trap is leaving you feeling cold and empty, and why, girl, you need a hobby. Today, let's ditch the retail therapy myth and start a journey to find hobbies that make your authentic self feel truly whole. If you're new here, hello, my name is Ruth. I'm an accredited trauma therapist and eating disorder specialist. And if you like your pop culture with a sprinkle of psychology, subscribe to the channel so you know when new videos arrive. Our entire cultural narrative over the last 20, 30, 40 years has fed us a lie. Think back to the movies and TV shows that defined our adolescence. The Sex and the City effect. Carrie Bradshaw's shoe addiction wasn't portrayed as a debt problem, it was her defining personality quirk. Her self-worth was literally stored in her closet. Or Confessions of a Shopaholic. The whole premise treated compulsive spending as a quirky, relatable neurosis, not a serious issue fueled by deeper emotional gaps. And of course, the Disney Channel era. Remember those shows where the main dramatic conflict was often centered around getting the right dress for the dance or the must-have accessory? Pop culture relentlessly sold us a ridiculous equation. Happiness equals consumerism. Our identity, our status, our entire main character energy could be purchased. They weren't just selling clothes, they were selling self-improvement in a shopping bag. But this wasn't just harmless fun, it was brilliant, manipulative consumer programming. Meaning that those of us who grew up in this era today are being constantly sucked in by hollow TikTok aesthetics, always striving to buy the new latest thing, just like the it girls we admire. But often, these it girls don't have any personalities either. Really, we're mimicking people with no substance.
Buying stuff is not a hobby. Buying stuff.
It's only a hobby, cause if we called it an addiction, people would look at us weird.
When you swap genuine interest and passion for a purchase, two things happen that stop you from ever feeling truly whole. Number one, the dopamine crash. Shopping gives you a fleeting hit of dopamine, that chemical rush of excitement. It feels great. It's quick, it's easy, and it's always accessible. But it's a quick fix distraction that pulls us away from processing real emotions or the real work of self-acceptance.
Shopping isn't therapy. It's a temporary distraction that leaves you with more stuff and the same problems.
And when the rush wears off, it's not pretty. You're left with the item, maybe some debt, and the original unresolved feeling of inadequacy or loneliness or boredom or anything, just still sitting there. That crash leaves you needing another fix, another purchase. It is an endless, draining cycle. Number two, the identity gap. This is the biggest trap. A genuine hobby like learning guitar, painting, training for a run, or even volunteering requires effort, time, and vulnerability. You have to be okay with being bad at something first, and the possibility of failure over and over again. When you just buy a new aesthetic, say you buy all the pottery supplies, you get the feeling of being a creative person without having to put in the work. You get to possess the identity instantly. But because you haven't earned that identity through practice, it feels hollow. This is leaving a huge gap between the person that you want to be and the person that you actually are. Girl, you're boring. And that's where that feeling of not good enoughness really starts to sink in.
It was the first thing I would think about when I woke up. There would be times where I could hit 14 hours a day screen time quite easily. You keep looking and looking and looking in the same way someone might keep drinking and drinking and drinking.
You see how the cycle doesn't solve it, it perpetrates it. The solution in our overconsumption world is simply to buy more. And that's exactly what our TV icons told us to do when we were growing up. Just buy more to feel better. The goal now is to find activities that actually make you feel whole, not full of things. A true hobby is something you do primarily for the joy of the process, not the end result. It should feel like your authentic self. So how on earth do I find this hobby? Good question. Let's discuss. Number 1, let's identify the real need. Before you scroll to buy, pause. What emotional need are you actually looking to fill? Is it a need for quiet? Don't buy a new self-care bath set. Try meditation or journaling. Is it a need for connection? Are you lonely? Don't buy a new outfit for a party or to be part of an online aesthetic. Instead, join a local book club or a sports team. Or me, do you have a need for control? Don't organise your whole life into expensive containers, putting one box of plastic into another box of plastic. Try gardening, baking, activities where the outcome is controlled by your hands. Number 2, and this might be the hardest part, embrace the bad phase. Because a real hobby needs you to be bad at it for a while. And that's okay. You are going to fail over and over again when you first start. This initial frustration is actually a sign of real self-growth. You are stepping outside of your comfort zone to learn something new. I know it's hard, but let's let go of the pressure to be Instagram ready all the time. For example, like me, if you take up painting, your first 10 attempts might be terrible, and that is okay. But that process, the learning, the failure, the improvement, that is where your self-worth builds. And number 3, focus on the process, not the product. This is the shift. Instead of buying the perfect hiking gear so you can be a girl who hikes, try focusing on the feeling of your feet on the trail, the way your body moves, and the peace of being outside. Then you will actually know what you need and want to go hiking. You know if your body needs to feel warmer or cooler, the type of trainers you'll need on your feet, whether you actually need anything new at all, or whether you already have everything that you need. Instead of buying the fancy camera, try focus on learning on light and composition. Enjoy the process of capturing a moment, even if it's just on your phone, regardless of whether the picture goes viral. It's for you, it's not for everyone else. To really become your whole self, throughout your life, you need some hobbies. Because activities that make you feel whole are the ones that require your presence, your vulnerability, and your time. They are the opposite of consumption. They're investment in your truest, most valuable asset. You are not a transaction. You are not a vessel for consumer goods. Your value is not determined by your closet or your skincare routine, your aesthetic. Your value is determined by you, your growth, your kindness. And people will be drawn to you because of the interests and passions that you pursue, not because of something you bought or obtained. Shopping is not a hobby. So let's start building a life that feels authentic from the inside out. That is the real main character move. I want to know, what's one hobby you're really committed to trying this year? Drop it in the comments below. And if you know one of your girls who needs this reminder, please send her this video. I'll keep you up to date on Instagram about how my own painting journey is going so I can be vulnerable with you. I'll see you soon, my love.